I was able to save up and get the courage to think like, yeah, I could do this on my own. We're good. Had a bad experience with the landlord, so I moved me and my kids out because it was not safe for them to be there.
Back in 2003, I went through a really bad divorce, and my 2 children and I, we ended up homeless.
The apartment I was staying in, they asked me to leave the premises, and I didn't want an eviction on my record.
We would love to live in a society where our services are not needed, but when only 14% of the people who reach out for help actually receive help, it's clear that our work is vital and not close to being done.
So when I was in the shelter, when I first went there, I was kind of scared and nervous of who I might see that might know me, but I went there. I let my pride to the side and I went into the shelter to get help.
When we were at the shelter, I was dealing with a lot of anxiety because I had basically been displaced. I went from having a home to being homeless.
Our focus is families, especially children. On any given day, 2/3 of the people under our roof are children.
Being homeless with children was really difficult because I still had to get them to school. I still had to get them clean, and I had to get them in bed, and I had to still keep them on a schedule. And I had to do this without them realizing that we were in fact homeless.
Being in the shelter with kids is a lot harder than being in the shelter without having kids, because we have to always make sure our kids is okay.
Where we were going to end up, how long we were going to be there, how long we would be allowed to be there. But what helps me out was that we had meals each and every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I did not have to worry about what I was going to feed my children.
Our emergency shelter is the most visible part of what we do. Bethany House also does prevention work and supports families after they transition out of shelter or even before, so that they don't have to come into shelter at all.
With all the good advice from my caseworker and all the help from Bethany House and me being loyal to my job and my job being loyal to me, I was able to exit the program early. I was able to get on my feet on my own. I was able to pay my deposit and my rent on my own for my new place. And I'm able to pay my rent on my own now because I had that stepping stone from Bethany House.
Affordable housing is a tricky phrase these days. As we know, wages have not kept up with dramatically rising rents. Housing supply has not kept up with demand. Housing is a real problem. Most of the adults who come to us have cars, have jobs, and all have children. The only thing missing is a home.
Being homeless comes when you least suspect it, and it happened to me. I didn't ever think it would happen to me. It's happening to a lot of these ladies out here with kids.
We were with Bethany House about 4 or 5 months, and they were able to help us get some barriers removed, and then we moved into our own place, and thankfully my kids and I have been housed ever since.
The families that we serve have ended up at Bethany House for a multitude of reasons. In this current economy, many families are one car repair, one health crisis, one bad breakup away from homelessness. We provide the support and stability families need to get back on track.
They just always told me I was strong and you got this, you got kids.
I ended up going back to school, got my bachelor's. I now own my own business. In 2017, I was asked to join the board. So of course I said yes. For some reason, I don't have a way of saying no to Bethany House.